Okay, let's get to this question. I paid for a note from our child's doctor stating that because of this diagnosis, he cannot wear a mask. What am I to do? Okay. And then you shared this you shared a letter from basically the Department of Justice because across social media there's been this little card where it quoted or it had the logo of the court and also I think the logo of the Americans with Disabilities Act, things of that nature. And it was basically trying to bill itself as this official little card of exemption from wearing a mask. And so the Department of Justice, because this card had made itself all over Facebook, very similar to the one that if you supposedly from Bill Gates, and if you shared it, then you got a quadrillion dollars from Bill Gates. First of all, I don't want anything from Bill Gates ever, nothing. He has absolutely no value to me in my world whatsoever. He's a computer guy, and he's not a doctor of any kind. Now, I make a big joke that Bill Gates, he has that honorary doctor medical degree because he's a billionaire. And so I call him by his honorary title of medical doctor first class, Bill Gates. But that's not serious. Guys, he's not a doctor, but yet I tell you what, making it his hobby to run around with his billions of dollars to fund medical organizations and put heavy funding into vaccines where he does not have a medical degree. If he wants one, go back to freaking school and get a degree like everyone else that had to get one. Don't sit there and bypass the process just because you have billions of dollars. And what's amazing to me is so many people with medical degrees that are medical experts, scientific experts, defer to that guy, will defer to him. And guys, he's not well liked. And he hired a public relations firm to sit there and teach him how to be likable and how to do interviews. So if you watch an interview with him, you'll notice that he'll always take a sip of his cup before he answers some questions. It's all concocted. It's all planned out. He's been taught how to present himself on television because he's just not liked. And that's just, and also if you happen to be on the flight log of Jeffrey Epstein, then, you lost me. You lost me there. Okay. Okay. To your question, I digressed big time on this one. But hell, we're having fun, right? All right. So here is this DOJ letter. And as you can see, Department of Justice, this is for Alabama. I think that they put this out in most of the federal districts. But let's go ahead and get to this and scroll down so you can read all of it. Okay? And then I'll explain it. So the three United States attorneys in Alabama joined together to warn citizens that cards and other documents bearing the Department of Justice seal and claiming that individuals are exempt from mask requirements is fraudulent. Okay, that's a no-brainer. All right. Inaccurate flyers and other postings have been circulating on the web and via social media channels regarding the use of face masks and the Americans with Disabilities Act. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many of these notices include the use of the Department of Justice seal and the Civil Rights Division of the ADA. Okay? As stated in a previous alert, the Department of Justice did not issue and does not endorse them in any way. The public should not rely on the information contained in these postings. Guys, it doesn't mean that the information necessarily contained within those little cards is wrong. It just means that it didn't officially come from the government, and therefore they're distancing themselves from that information. And that's all they're saying here, is that they're clarifying that they didn't put it out. That's all they're saying. That last sentence especially, the ADA does not provide a blanket exemption. Well, chalk that one up under no crap, guys. There is no such thing as a blanket exemption from anything. Okay, so that is not a wrong statement. There is no such thing as a blanket exemption. Okay, so the ADA does not provide a blanket exemption to people with disabilities from complying with legitimate safety requirements necessary for safe operations. The public can visit the ada.gov or call the ADA information hotline for more information. Okay. So what was wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that your card from your doctor specifying your child's condition and why your child cannot wear a mask, that does not dilute it, does not nullify it, does not mean a thing. All that paper is saying is that the Department of Justice had nothing to do with it. Whoever put it together shouldn't have put their seal on it, and they shouldn't have put the seal of the Civil Rights Division of the ADA on there. That's it. Not one time did they say that they disagreed with the content of the information. They just said that they did not put it out. Got it? And then they also made the very true statement that just because you carry the damn card around, because you clipped it out of Facebook and got it printed on your printer, there is no such thing as blanket exemptions. So those people out there that are like, well, I see people, misusing handicap stickers all the time. Well, some may. When they're taking Uncle Cletus's car and he has a handicap sticker, yeah, I can see where, Cousin Billy is parking in a handicap spot. All right, so yes, I can see abuses being out there where people would sit there and say, "Oh, here's my card. I can't wear a mask." That's what that means with regards to blanket exemptions. Does not apply if you legitimately meet one of the exceptions, and many of our kids do. My child does. I don't need a card, to sit, but I can tell you, having something from your doctor helps, because there's going to be a lot of Captain Clueless idiots out there at every store, within the school, wanting to sit there and be a Karen or be a Ken and make everybody do what they want them to do. We have a power problem in this country, guys. I have never seen it this bad in my entire freaking life. And it's not, I know that people sit there and they want it to point fingers. Guys, our biggest oppressors in this country right now are all of those people running around thinking that it's their damn job telling you what you need to wear or what you shouldn't be wearing and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. You know what they need to do? Mind their own business. Start with you. Police yourself. Stop looking at everyone else and what they're doing. You are only adding to the toxicity in this country by trying to sit there and spout your opinion off. Now, I'm doing it, but this is my page. You don't like what I'm saying? You don't have to. I'm not forcing anyone to be here. But it irritates me. It does. It irritates me. I'm one of those people that are irritated by the mindless, petty crap that everyone thinks that they somehow need to police and be in charge of with regards to what other people are doing. That's always going to happen. We get past COVID. I mean, when's it going to stop? What's next? Is it influenza? Is this never going to stop? But you need to look at the Karens and the Kens out there policing everybody's behavior. Then you go into our government and you know, you got your little contact tracers out there now that are going to be causing some problems. You know, you got your city government, you got your police, you know, you have your governor. Hell, that's who's causing a lot of this trouble right now, is just the governmental response, guys. The state governments have first priority to deal with this pandemic, not the president, not the federal government. All right? States have police powers, not the federal government. The states are the ones that enforce health orders because they have police powers. So for people to sit there and go, oh, Trump this and Trump's doing exactly what Trump needs to do, and that's stay out of the state businesses. This is a state issue. Feds provide resources. They've been doing that. But the response across the country has been so wildly different that in retrospect, when all this calms down and we're able to sit there and look at this stuff in a reasonable fashion and think about what we've been doing, that's when I hope that everybody clues in that we could have handled this in a much more civil, calm, and in a way that properly balanced people's lives with people's livelihoods, with people's lives and people's liberty. There are ways that we could have done both. And in many, 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 many states across this country, they trashed the liberty and they trashed the livelihood aspects, obsessed only with life. We could have done both, guys. We're an ingenious people. I mean, my God, look at all the crap that we have in this world. Look at what I'm speaking to you, and we couldn't figure this out. We couldn't find a balance. Well, no, we couldn't find a balance because people are intoxicated on power right now. Intoxicated with power. And I'm mainly talking about those that are not in any kind of elected position, that have read something on Facebook or somehow are infused with this sense of awe that they can sit there and run around in the real world telling people how they need to live. Shame on you. So with regards to your question, card away. You've got those exemptions, you use it. Okay? The doctor said so. The doctor knows your child, and that right there should be all you need.